Hey everyone, it's 42 Bart 42. I'm going to teach you how to do a trick today. I'm not going to perform it because I haven't done magic in a long time and my performance would be very bad, but it's a really good trick and I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. So for this trick you need just a normal deck of cards and you need 4 of one kind. So how you can do it is you can walk up to someone and say, name a card. Let's say they name the King of Hearts, so you take out all of the kings. Okay? Alright, and you can actually give the King of Hearts to them. So you give the King of Hearts to them. So they hold on to it. Make sure that they hold on to it. It makes them feel included in the trick. Then you take the other kings and you put them in different spots of the deck. And you hold it up to them and you actually show them that they're in different spots of the deck. This part's not tricky. But what you gotta do is you gotta make sure that you put them in the top half of the deck, because that makes the part easier. And then you're gonna do this move, which is just like that. What I've now done is, and actually it's better if you hold the top tighter, is I've now moved all the cards to the bottom without them knowing. So how you do that is you take your kings, and that was a bad performance, but you guys can beautify it. You take your kings and you place them throughout the deck, top half. With your left hand you just hold it like so. With your right hand, put your right thumb on the bottom, your finger on the upper left hand corner of the deck, so the top half. And when you're going to do a wrist motion. When you bring your wrist up, your index finger comes up and down. So now the cards are left like this. And on your left hand, your bottom fingers swing them straight down. So now they're no longer in the middle of the deck. And if you squeeze the deck, you can kind of tell, but not really. But then now on the bottom, so you just take your right hand, and you can now hold the deck like this without giving away the cards on the bottom. So I'll go through that one more time. King, king, king. They really are at different parts of the deck. So you swing up and down, and then when you come back down, you just swing straight down, cover on the top, switch it to the bottom. Now you've got your cards underneath. So that's how you can do the next part of the trick. Now continue holding it like this so they can't see, and you can show them, okay, your cards, they're all separated in the deck. With your left hand, this is why you need the bottom part. Take a little bit with your index finger and shove it straight down. So you're now creating a little packet break. And the reason you do that is try and match it up with this same on the bottom. So that what you do is then you grip the deck with your left hand and you pretend to pull this bottom packet out, but you also pull out the cards on bottom as one. So you pull everything out and throw it on top. What you've now just done is your 3 kings are back on top. So this is just a really elaborate way to get the kings on top while making them think that they're at different parts of the deck. So you control your kings to the bottom with your left hand. You bring down the deck a little bit. So now see how the deck are together? And now what you do is you grab them all together. Make sure that with your left hand, this hand, you create pressure so that the cards don't fall out. Now as you can see, you have your 3 cards plus your deck. You throw it on top. So if you do that in a fast motion, I'll show you what it looks like in a fast motion. It's very convincing. People can't even tell what you just did, so you put your king. Okay, now as you can tell, all the cards are even. Your kings and stuff are lost in the deck. We'll give it a cut for good measure. And now we'll continue with the trick. What just happened? Our kings are now back on top, and they're none the wiser. Now what you're going to do is, this is where the real part of the trick comes in, is you're going to reveal the kings. So start dealing down cards, and I generally deal down the 3 kings before I start talking. So start dealing down, and now this is my 3 kings. They're on the bottom, and I'll say to them, now whenever you like, tell me to stop. And it really doesn't matter. As long as your kings are on the bottom, it doesn't matter at all. They could say stop here, they could say stop 5 cards from now. Whenever they want, they just say stop. And you stop, because you don't have to count, it doesn't have to be a right number. You pick up the pack that you just dealt down. Kings are on the bottom, and that's what makes the trick work. Now this pile that you just dealt from, you don't need. Get rid of it. what you do is you deal the cards down into different packs. 3 packs. And you deal each card down on top of the next. So as you can tell, you just go along. Always go left to right or right to left, whatever you do, be consistent. I prefer just go left to right to make things easier. Now the beauty of having the 3 kings on the bottom is that no matter how many cards you have in your pile, they're always going to end up on the top of each pile. If you don't believe me, you can do it yourself, and it always works out. So now the kings are on top of each pile, and now you just have to make them show. You just have to show them to that. So what I do is I have them take their king, and I say, all right, you saw the kings go into different piles of the deck. You saw them go into different parts of this deck. And then you told me when to stop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you call to each king. So wave your hand over the first king and call to it. So have them call to a king. Wave it over the second part. Have them call to a king. Wave it over the third part. Have them call to a king. Whatever, just get them involved. And the beauty of how that works is that, have them flip over the first pile. It's a king. Have them flip over the second pile. It's a king. Have them wave whatever over the third pile. And it's a king too, every single time. That's my trick. I hope you enjoyed it. So practice and go and show people. They will really be amazed at how this works.